What I am about to say might piss some people off, but I do not care. Spoilers for the SBS 109 and any future content of One Piece that you've not been caught up, do not show your face here, please, I beg. So, in the SBS, it is confirmed that in order for him, Kuma, to smack you to those set places, he himself has to be in those places. Which means he cannot just smack you anywhere and everywhere. I mean, theoretically, he could just still smack you attack-wise, but in terms of like a specific set location, yeah, he would have to be in that set place. Which, I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense because, I mean, it's not that Oda can write the power to be like he could just smack it to anywhere you want, but like logically speaking, that makes sense. Now, to some people, that might seem as a hindrance or a nerf. And to that I say, I mean, traditionally speaking, I mean, I can see why people say it's a nerf because it's not as OP as just like smacking people randomly outside of nowhere. But like, think of it like this. All he has to do is just be there one time. Like, that's it. Because even though it says that he can only smack people to places he's been, it doesn't require him has to be there every single time. Remember, he's only been traveling around the world, but for the amount of time he's been traveling, a lot of these places he's only been there one time, maybe two. I don't know. I just seen him do it one time travel, one location, went to another location, then went to another location. As far as I remember, there was no repeat. So if that's the case, he is still OP because all he has to do is just travel to another section far across the world, and he now has that pinpointed location. He can just smack you from whatever distance. Because here's the thing about Kuma's powers. In this case scenario, it limits his distance progression, but it doesn't limit his actual distance. Let me explain. The SBS has confirmed the fact that he has to know a place for him to hit somebody at that certain place, which means that he has been limited within his range because he would have to know that set place. But if he know that set place, he can literally smack you to that set place. Doesn't necessarily mean how far it has to be. Which means he can't just smack you across the world like that if he doesn't know a set location. But if he knows a place around that set location, he can smack you around the world. Like, you get what I'm talking about here, right? So hypothetically speaking, if he was able to, let's just say, if he was able to find himself on the moon, right? And he's on the moon, he's traveling on the moon and shit like. He has now a fixed location on the moon, which means theoretically, if he wants to smack your ass all the way to the moon, he can literally do that. Like, this is why I said it limits his range, but at the same time, it don't limit his range. So yeah, this is just the only thing about his abilities so far in terms of like a weakness, which, I mean, fair play. Buddy's power is broken. Seemed like it doesn't have that weakness to begin with, so if anything, I'm glad this kind of balanced it out. But just know, for the time being, this is all y'all got, but at the same time, this ain't really a weakness because if he goes to the place, he knows the place. And if he knows the place, best and believe he gonna make you know that place too. You feel me? He gonna give you a free ticket trip first class to that place. I promise you.